Hi, and welcome to Newsline TV. My name is Grace, and today we are going to be talking about image. And the big question today is, how should you dress when you're going to meet your client for the first time? In studio today, we are privileged to have Nicole Mwangi, an image consultant. Karibu, Nicole.
Thank you, Grace, for having me again.
Nicole, business people suffer a lot and get very anxious when they're, just about to go and meet the client for the first time. You've been talking with this client probably, and the client likes your profile, so they say, now come for a meeting. That's usually the big one. Yeah. It's the make or break situation.
Definitely.
So, as a man, I want to start as a man. How do I prepare myself so that I'm actually ready for this client's meeting? And by the time I'm done with that meeting, or even when I walk into the door, the client says, yes, I'm signing the check.
All right. Great. For a man who's going to meet a client for the very first time after having engaged them, on email or through correspondence, it's very important first to have a good background on your client. What kind of person are they? Obviously, you've interacted, you've seen how they talk on email, how they express themselves on paper. What level of authority do they hold in the company that you're going to meet them at? Are they the CEO? Are they the CFO? Are they the CMO? Are they a junior person who is having the introductory meeting, who's been allocated to you, and then they can introduce you to the management when the deal is done, once the deal is done? So for a man, I'd say at least a day before, get a clean shave, do your nails well, not polish them, but just make sure they're not, long, and you don't have fancy stuff on them, like one long nail. Even if that's your trend, sacrifice it for the client, because you are an image of the company at that moment. The company has actually sent you as their representative. For prints on what you're gonna wear, it's not bad to wear the same print, say it's the pinstripes. You can wear 2 shades of the print stripes, and they'll still work. But you can't wear something so floral, even if it's on a Friday and you're going to meet this client for the very first time. You need to carry on the image you had in the correspondence that brought you to this place, that made the client say, fine, I want to meet you, I want to see exactly what you're representing, and then I can give you my money. I can sign this deal and put you in place with me. So ideally for a man, make sure your shoes are polished, make sure your trousers are well-fitting, they're not baggy or too tight. Also make sure that your socks are covered by your trousers when you sit. You never know, maybe they're interviewing other people for the same business prospect. So make sure that you're feeling good and confident about what you're gonna say to this client. On a general view, that's just it. Keep it simple. If you're gonna wear a jacket, always wear a jacket for a first meeting. It says that this is business. You can actually get there, and if it's too hot, just ask to remove it. Have it on the back of your seat as you discuss, and then as you're leaving, make sure you wear it. Then at least the guy will see, or the lady will see, oh yeah, okay, that was pretty much formal. Have a nice tie that matches your outfit. You don't wanna do different shades of different colors on the same outfit. You'll obviously look a bit odd. Obviously, sometimes I think the unexpected issues are the ones that trip people. Maybe you're meeting your client and you're unwell. Maybe you have a cold or anything, Just when you get in there, have managed yourself, You need to have managed your situation, where you're coming from, because the client doesn't know about your situation or your experience. They only know that they're meeting you for business. So don't get in there and you have a runny nose and other things. Even if you have a runny nose, excuse yourself to maybe use the washroom, go handle it, and then come back. You obviously don't want to be with a board and you're blowing your nose or you're tearing. Just say, would I please use the washroom, and I'll be right back. And then handle that so that it doesn't trip you. If you're thirsty, or you get a dry mouth when you're meeting someone for the first time, as you walk in at the reception, ask for a cup or a glass of water and walk in with it to the meeting. It gives you a sense of ownership of that space. You don't feel like an intruder. You feel you've created an environment that suits you to be able to express yourself and what business has brought you there.
All right.
Yeah.
So for a man, clean shave, nice. So should it be a suit or break, you know, break it out?
No, for the first time it has to be formal, and formal says a suit through and through, matching. Make sure your belt and your shoes match. Make sure that there are no ripped corners on your pocket, your shirt pocket. Make sure that your belt is held on first, it doesn't fall out or something. Make sure that you know how people buy suits, and I've seen that a lot, and they don't want to remove the tags. That's not stylish. It actually says that maybe you have overlooked an actual sense of style and formality. So if you're wearing a new suit, perhaps maybe you're new on the job, or you just got yourself a brand new suit, please just tear off those labels and keep them at home if you need the memory that it was really expensive. That's a tip.
Yes. Accessories for a man.
For a man, I'd say generally keep it simple. If it's a chain that you want to wear inside, then no one will see it. You can wear it if it gives you confidence. Maybe you got it from a loved one, or it just boosts your esteem. Obviously, you'll have it inside your shirt, and you know you've worn it. So unlike women, they have less to show, because for men, I think it's what they say and how they come across. Yeah, so for a man, I'd say that's just how to look at it. Just keep it simple, a nice watch that's not broken or faulty, and then you don't want to carry your phone. You know, you don't want to carry your phone into the meeting, and yeah, unless it's obviously business, which you should have already communicated before. Another thing that people might overlook is how you carry the content. You know, you created a profile, you sent it on email. Did you bring a hand copy in case someone else is invited into the meeting? That you'd actually slide them over and say, you know, this is what we had discussed. I just brought it in case, you know, you needed to have a fresh look at it. And then how you package you know what you're carrying. Don't carry an old briefcase or something that looks too heavy for you to manage. Keep it really simple, basic, and precise for the meeting.
Right, so a simple folder basically will work.
Yes, that's obviously sealed through and through, because you don't want it to have gathered dust or papers are slipping out. Just carry something that's sealed through and through. Yes. The papers can be separate inside, but it's sealed, so it's very comfortable and convenient to carry.
Perfect, excellent. Yeah. I like today's takeaway will be, don't major on the minor.
Don't.
I think that's the most important thing in image. Don't major on the minor, because you might major on the minor and actually lose it. Yeah. The small details are actually the ones that make the difference in image. Yes. And that brings us to the end of our show today. Until next time, goodbye.